Alright, this is a 2005 Hyundai Sonata with a 2.4 liter engine. So, a couple things to point out. Nobody can really seem to show anybody if you're looking for it. EGR valve. The EGR valve on this is actually right up on top of here, this area, but down below, and you'll see it right. Let me see if I can get something, my finger back up in there. See my finger? That's your EGR valve. So it's straight from the front of the engine, straight back down in there. You'll see right there, that's your EGR valve. A lot of times the actual gets rusty like this one is. It begins to stick open and stick closed. When it's open, you can hear a pinging noise and a tapping noise. Just gets stuck, you can replace it. And then also another important thing that no one seems to show you, but it's very useful. When resetting the timing belt on this and the timing marks, I just finished this one, but you'll have the two timing marks up on top pointing up. The bottom, don't look at the engine itself, but just on the bottom here, you'll have the oil crankshaft sprocket. People want to know, how do you know if it's in the right location? If it's lined up on the timing mark 180 degrees out, you'll end up having a really bad vibrating engine. Anyways, so right down in here, it's hard to see with this camera, right below the cat, right back in there, there's a little tiny bolt. It's a 14 millimeter. You need to take that bolt off. What I do to get access is I take this heat shroud, loosen this bolt here, take that one out, and pull this metal shroud, okay? Pull that back out of the way so that you can get to that bolt with a 14 millimeter box wrench, and then I just break it free, and then I use a very small crescent wrench to go ahead and get it loose. And then what you can do is take either a small screwdriver, or I use the drill bit, and you can just go ahead and advance it into the actual hole. And if the shaft isn't lined up properly, it won't go in all the way. What you have to do is rotate the oil sprocket another 180 degrees until it's lined up on the timing mark, and then advance it. You'll notice that the screwdriver will go all the way in. And also important, when you put the timing belt on, you'll start up here on this actual camshaft, and you'll start bringing it down and keep it tight on that side. A lot of times guys will go ahead and line up all the timing marks, including the oil shaft one, but once they release the tensioner, what happens is it adjusts it out of spec, and then you'll be, probably 15-20 degrees off on your oil balance shaft. So when you start the engine, you get a really rough idle. But those are the locations to find those items.